What's up? Welcome back to All the Shit. Thanks for dropping in. I want to talk about something I've been wrestling with lately. I've been feeling a bit out of sorts, kind of on edge. It's hard to describe, but it's almost a nervous energy, or maybe kind of an antsy or anxious feeling, the kind that makes you squirm in your seat a little bit. It's a feeling of, I know I don't want to be here right now, but I also don't know where I'd rather be or what I'd rather be doing. I'm not particularly motivated to do anything. It's like a strange sort of paralysis. You know what I'm talking about? After a lot of thought, I think it might just be that I'm lonely. Has it ever occurred to you that you might be lonely too? What did you say? Lonely? Bro, check out my contacts. Check out my Insta. Dude, I got tons of followers. I ain't lonely. All right. But hear me out. You can be connected to a lot of people and still be lonely. Loneliness doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your proximity to people, the number of people you know, or even the number of people you interact with on a daily basis. You can live in New York City, talk to people all day long, and still be lonely. Loneliness results from the lack of meaningful connection with other people. Bro, that TikTok challenge got like 500 likes, man. So, okay, I hear you. But let me ask you this. If shit went bad right now, and I mean real bad, your wife or girlfriend left you, they announced there's going to be a round of layoffs at work, and you're not sure if you'll have a job next week. Maybe you're feeling kind of lost in life, and you don't know what you're doing and don't know where to turn for answers. Who would you talk to? Of all your contacts and followers, of all the people that you interact with on a daily basis, who would you talk to? Who would you feel comfortable sharing something that heavy with? That list seems pretty small now, doesn't it? Be honest with yourself now. Of that small list of people, when was the last time you actually talked to any of them? Like, really talked to them about something deep? That's what loneliness is. You can be the most social person in the world, but if you don't feel like you can share who you really are with anyone, you know, the shitty parts that you're not proud of, the shit you worry about, the shit you were afraid of, it can feel like nobody sees you. Nobody understands you, and you're alone. I bet you do know what I'm talking about, even if you're not feeling it right this moment. So why is it such a hard thing to admit? I think for a lot of people, and for men in particular, loneliness conjures up an image of a sad little boy sitting alone on an empty playground. It's an image of weakness, and maybe someone to pity. Hey yo, that weird kid's back. Yeah. Now he's just playing by himself. Yeah, why doesn't he have any friends? Yeah, something must be wrong with him. It's really hard to admit to ourselves that we are that kid. It contradicts the story we have in our heads that we're strong, independent, and capable individuals. That we should be able to make it in this world on our own. The cognitive dissonance is what's causing that feeling of paralysis. And that's the part I've been wrestling with. I've been trying so hard to force my story of strength and independence to fit with the truth of the physical discomfort that I feel. I couldn't do it. It's like trying to incorporate a jigsaw puzzle into a Lego set. They're not compatible no matter how hard you try. Admitting to myself I was feeling lonely and putting a name to the feeling that I was having freed me to start thinking about ways to address the root cause of that feeling. And yesterday I had a breakthrough that I'm really excited to share with you. It's the simplest thing in the world, and it's kind of embarrassing, but all I did was reach out to a friend. I texted one of my old college roommates, someone I haven't been great about staying in touch with. Let's be honest, Tom, you're not great about staying in touch with anybody. That's fair. I'm definitely not a phone guy, but this is a guy I used to be pretty close with. It was just a short note to touch base and test the waters. This is what I sent him. Hey man, I was thinking about you last night and just wanted to check in and see how you're doing. How's the shoulder feeling? Have you been able to get back into kettlebell stuff at all? Hope all is well with you, your wife, and the kids. Reading it back now, I realized that it wasn't even about me at all. I framed it in a way that makes me look like the hero, like I'm reaching out to him to check on how he's doing. He got back to me pretty quickly. He said, "Hey man, been thinking about wanting to catch up too. No kettlebells lately. My shoulders are alright, but my hip is real bad. Starting PT for it this week." We traded a few more texts and ultimately scheduled a time to connect on a virtual call. Not gonna lie, I thought about canceling it several times. I wasn't sure what I'd say, and I could feel my brain trying to talk me out of it.
Come on, Tom. You'd rather just Netflix and chill, baby.
But I stuck to the plan. I felt like I owed my buddy at least that much. As soon as we connected on that call, I could feel that anxious energy start to dissipate. We talked for an hour about all kinds of stuff. Family and work pressures, how we're doing physically, what we're dealing with mentally, goals and objectives we've set for ourselves in our lives, all the shit that's been rolling around in my head and weighing on me in those times of paralysis. I got off that call feeling lighter and re-energized. With one phone call, we were able to refresh one another's spirits, simply by realizing that what we were really missing was that personal connection. For that hour, there were 2 kids on that playground, and that felt really good. If any of this resonates with you, pick up the phone and text a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Just check in and see how they're doing. Set up a time to connect, whether it's in person or virtual, and stick to it. You can still be that strong, capable, and independent individual, but it's easier to thrive in that mindset when you know you're not alone.